Hey there, it's Chris from Shake the Box. 2019 was a wild ride. I got real busy with Twitch, and we started getting real brainstormy with what we want to do with this here Shake the Box YouTube. So before we count down my top 10 games of 2019, just want to make a few quick announcements. First up, if you like our pure, unadulterated video game-based content, talking like the stream uploads, busted TV, that kind of stuff, you should check out Shake the Box Gaming, our little sister channel just for that stuff. It's just pure video game goodness. There's a link in the description, and there's like an annotation maybe on the screen right now for you to click on. I don't know if that's true or not, but I assume it is. Meanwhile, Shake the Box Classic, where you're watching right now, is evolving into something greater than it ever was before. With the addition of some new members and an influx of great amounts of passion, we're going to be seeing some really exciting changes coming up. I mean, a bunch of them already happened if you take a look at the front page. And keep your eyes open for what the rest of those may be. So I hope that you look forward to and enjoy all of the new projects that are going to be coming each month. Very specifically, once a month there's going to be like a big boy project showing up on Shake the Box, with a little sprinkling of smaller projects throughout. So be sure to hit that bell for this channel. The other one will be updating a lot, because stream re-uploads and video games are quick and dirty, so there you go. That's the announcement part. So now that we're done with that, let's get to the nitty-gritty top 10 best games that I enjoyed in the year 2019. Coming in at number 10, we have Dragon Quest Builders 2. You want some witty writing? We got you covered. Adorable and endearing characters. Take your pick. A voxel world to explore and shape in whatever way you see fit. Heck man, we got several items to take apart and rebuild in your own image, which I'm sure is mostly penises. All within the comfortable narrative shell of a Dragon Quest game. This is a game I like to turn on when I'm snug in bed and I just want to decompress. Fantastic time. For number 9, it's Monster Hunter World. I've tried over the years to get into Monster Hunter games, and every time I've failed. That is until Monster Hunter World. The quality of life improvements to the series and improved controls make this the most accessible entry in the franchise by far. And you can play through the game on a casual level and have a pretty good time, or you can really dive into the mechanics of this game and become the greatest monster hunter of all time, wearing perfectly matched outfits with your little cat friend and all of your hunting buddies. The choice is yours. Personally, I just like pole vaulting around with the insect glaive and screaming, so that's me. You do you. Number 8 is represented by Cadence of Hyrule. Everyone likes Zelda music, so what if we made some real banging remixes of that and had you play a rhythm game to that music? Obviously, it would be great, and it is. Number 8 on my list, levels of great even. Like, it's here, that's how good you know it is. With plenty of hidden items to hunt for, 3 different playable characters that each bring a little something different and unique to the table, Cadence of Hyrule is an excellent evolution on the Crypt of the Necrodancer formula. Excellent choice for anyone who likes roguelikes, Zelda, or rhythm games. The role of Final Fantasy VII will be played by Katana Zero. Each level of Katana Zero is a tightly packed puzzle that you need to solve using frantic action set to some truly awesome beats. The music in this game makes me fully erect. I cannot get enough of the music of this game. I love it. And these intense action sequences are broken up with surprisingly entertaining story. Like the mystery-filled, clever and witty writing, like all of this, the framework, like the structure for the game is this fun little engaging story with incredibly frenetic action sequences, and it just really keeps you coming in. I really enjoyed exploring the different dialogue options just as much as I enjoyed trying to find different methods to completing the levels. Even if those methods often just ended up being the most efficient ways to murder everything in the level, that's still fun. Coming in with that 666 mark of the beast action is Baba Is You. Baba Is You is one of the most mind-melting puzzle games ever made. This game will have you changing how you think over and over and over again as it introduces new and ever-evolving complexities. This game redefines puzzle game. Heck, it redefines the very structure of a game at some points. Like, seriously, it's such a simple concept at first, and then it just keeps on adding more and more and more words that you can manipulate to change how the level plays, how the overworld map plays, how the game plays, who you are. Everything falls apart and becomes weird. And yet it's still a puzzle game. So in the end, it's still about logic and figuring out how to arrange things in the right order at the right time to complete the puzzle. If you want to exercise that brain and make sure that you don't suffer from Alzheimer's, maybe consider Baba Is You, because boy will this have your brain sweating. These jokes headlining the numbers are terrible. 5. Judgment. 1 part Yakuza game, 1 part Private Eye Simulator, and 1 part courtroom drama. Judgment brought a whole lot to the table. A compelling narrative driven by truly great performances was my main draw. Like, I just really like Japanese drama and crime procedurals. But the hilarious side missions and awkward dating scenes are what really kept me playing well past my bedtime. On more than one occasion. It's incredible. Like, you're playing this, strictly speaking, like, drama. This engaging, harrowing story about innocent people on death row. Serial killers. We got everything going on in here, and yet you play a side mission where you gotta chase after a massive muscle-bound streaker, you gotta stop a panty thief who sniffs panties to gain combat powers, you gotta take down a peeping Tom who Spider-Mans his way around a wall. Like, the game is off-the-wall wacky, and yet you're still pursuing this really grounded drama. It's just incredible. This is not part of my script, I'm just really glowing in this game. I love Judgment, I had so much fun playing it, so I'm going off script here for a second, so if this has a particularly improv feel to it, that is why. I mean, I'm still turning this game on to hunt for QR codes and compete in drone races even now, and I finished it like a month and a half ago. The 4th best game of 2019 for me was the Resident Evil 2 remake, or Resident Evil 2. I feel like it's almost cheating to put this one on my favorites list because this was one of my favorite games of all time from my childhood. It almost feels like double dipping, you know? But despite its name, including the word remake, it has so much more than that to offer. The story of Resident Evil 2 gets a much-needed overhaul, streamlining it down into a tight and focused experience over the course of several playthroughs. The game's scares are now tied to the actual experiences of the player instead of the horrible, sluggish tank controls giving players anxiety attacks. This game is Resident Evil at its finest, and I cannot wait for Resident Evil 3 remake. Alright, now it's time for the top 3, the exciting stuff. So coming in with the hairy chest is Death Stranding. An ironic choice of title on my part because Norman Reedus is as smooth as a baby's bottom. While this game is divisive amongst gamers, what cannot be denied is that this game is a big budget experiment that strives to deliver a unique experience unlike anything we've seen before it. The actors all play their surreal roles perfectly straight, allowing for the excessive trappings of a Kojima narrative to strike truly emotional chords as the story eventually reaches its heart-tugging conclusion. I truly loved every minute of my 67 hours with this game. I found the delivery, gameplay loop to be engaging and also kind of relaxing and meditative. Meditative. I'm not going to edit that out. You can hear me in all of my stupid glory. But there was just something about the weird world building, but with a relatively straightforward story about fatherhood and connections with other people and cutting off toxic relationships that really resonated with me on a personal level that made this game really special to me. Like, it's gonna stay with me for a long time. The second best game was, and this actually hurts me to say it because I really want to put this as number one, but I'm torn, is Sekiro. I'm almost as shocked as you are that this isn't in the first position. Anyone that's watched the stream knows how much I loved Sekiro and still love Sekiro, and compare other games that have come out this year to Sekiro. Looking at you, Jedi Knight fucking Star Wars word salad nonsense. Sekiro's intense and aggressive parry-based combat paired with some of the most strikingly beautiful environments in recent memory made this game pure bliss to play. Even the blissful moments when I was screaming in agony on attempt number like 20 to beat the Demon of Hatred, for instance. But let me tell you, FromSoft are experts at crafting memorable levels, creating games that are just they just feel good to play, like in your hand. A game with the FromSoft logo means it's gonna feel good to play in your hand. And this is certainly no exception. I thought the narrative for the game was tight and focused and really drew me in, but what really kept me going was the fact that the gameplay just feels so damn good. If you haven't played Sekiro, you owe it to yourself to play it. I know most other establishments have named it the Game of the Year, including the EVGs. The goddamn electronic I know most other places, other outlets, other publications have named this Game of the Year, including, you know, the big ones. The big video game awards said Game of the Year, and you know what? I agree with them. But for my personal list, there's someone else we're gonna have to talk about, and that's because my favorite game of 2019 was... Where's my goddamn drum roll? Come on. Alright, there we go. Fire Emblem Three Houses for the Nintendo Switch. The newest entry in the long-running franchise delivers a compelling story, likable characters, a narrative framing device that encourages multiple playthroughs, giving you different points of view on the story, and of course the most important thing that this game brings to the table, Bernadetta. Bernadetta, everybody. Best character of all time. Everyone loves Bernadetta. I'm also in love with Bernadetta. I've married her twice already. Anyway, as a big fan of turn-based strategy RPGs, this is a game I plan on returning to many times over the years to replay and just enjoy the very, very good turn-based tactical combat. The difficulty options allow you to really find your sweet spot for challenge. There's so many different classes to experience, different team combinations to put together, and of course there are 4 unique storylines for you to experience. It's one story told from 4 different perspectives, and that's amazing. It's 4 reasons to play the game instead of just 1. I cannot recommend Fire Emblem Three Houses enough. This is easily my favorite game of 2019. I said easily, really it wasn't easy. Again, Sekiro was practically tied, but I didn't want to do a tie for my first top 10 list ever made, so there you go. Well, that was fun. And I know that some big names are missing here, and that's because I haven't played them yet. Like, I'm pretty sure Astral Chain and Devil May Cry 5 belong on this list, but I'm just late to the party. I'm sorry. It was really hard to limit things down to 10 games as is. I can't imagine how hard this would be if I had played all the other games I was supposed to play. That being said, honorable mention the Neato, everybody. My favorite game of 2019, but it's an early access, so womp womp. Doesn't qualify. Sorry, Neato. Better luck next year. Anyway, what were the best games you played this year? Let me know in the comments, and of course, slam that subscribe button. Like this video if you liked it, and maybe click on that bell so you don't miss all the new things coming in the year 2020. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Unless it's one of the other people making it. You know what? Bye!